and welcome back to my channel. Today we are going to be doing the most perfect no makeup look that has ever been done. Okay, I am convinced this is the best no makeup routine in the world. Because when I tell you, like, even in person that the makeup is like undetectable on the skin, the makeup is undetectable on the skin, but you are completely covered and chef's kiss. And it's because of some of the techniques that we are going to be using while we put on our makeup. So let's get into it. Skin prep is the most important when it comes to doing a no makeup. You want to make sure you're using a good moisturizer and a good SPF. I'm also going to go in with a little bit of a glowy primer just because I have it and I want to use it up. Not because you need it. You absolutely do not need this step, but it is fun. Can't hurt. Just gonna put that all over the skin, especially if your skin is dry. Use something really, really moisturizing to give your skin some life back. And then we are skipping foundation and we are just going in with concealer. We are going to spot conceal and sort of conceal all over the face. I am using the NYX Born This Way. No, sorry. I'm using the NYX Bare With Me Serum Concealer. I am mixing the shades Fair and Light. I'm just doing one pump of both because Light is a little bit too dark for me and Fair is a little too light for me to use all over my face. So we have both of those on the back of the hand. And then I'm just gonna take a little buffing brush, something that's a little bit not too tight, a little bit loose but not flimsy. And then just going to pat that into the brush. And then this is really important. You're going to work it into the brush on your hand. You're going to work that product into the brush, and then you are just going to lightly feather it over the skin. So it's not as aggressive as buffing. You are just letting the tips of the bristles kind of touch your skin and doing a buffing motion like that very, very lightly. That's why I say feathering all over the skin. And then you're gonna go back in, pick up a little bit more, work it into the brush. Okay, that is the most important thing here, is working it into the brush. Anywhere that you feel that you want to or need to color correct or spot conceal, just feather it right over. And this really cuts down the blending time when you already work it into the brush, because then what's going on your skin is just like a much smaller amount, but you are still getting the full coverage that you want without having to blend for like 45 minutes. Because you are working in such thin layers, it makes this process really fast, and it makes where the concealer starts and stops basically undetectable. It just looks like it's your skin. And there is everything with the concealer on everywhere. I'm gonna get pretty close so hopefully you can see how undetectable that concealer is. And it just looks like my skin is a little bit more even, and that like those red areas are just a little bit more toned down naturally. And it's not like I'm wearing makeup on top of it. This step, very, very important. Okay, we are powdering. Powder, any powder, whatever your favorite face powder is. I like a more natural powder, as in like not too matte and not like a super radiant powder. Okay, this is very important. Powder is your best friend. If you notice that when you try and do like a no makeup or like a clean girl makeup, that your makeup is sort of breaking up by the end of the day, it's probably because you're not using enough powder. And I know you want the makeup to look really natural. You don't want it to look powdery. You don't want it to look like you have a full face on. Powder is your best friend. Okay, even if you don't want it to look like you're wearing a lot of makeup, and that's why you're choosing to forego powder, don't. I'm telling you, I have learned the hard way, powder is your best friend. Powder is what makes the makeup last, okay? Not setting spray. Setting spray is nothing without powder. So I'm just taking this on a brush and lightly dusting this over my entire face, okay? Everywhere. Not just the areas that we put concealer on, we are putting this powder on the entire face, so that way everything kind of has the same finish to it all over the face and nothing looks out of place. I like to go in with a brush instead of a puff for this, just because to me it just looks like a little bit softer of an application. And you notice I didn't put any concealer over my eyes, so I'm not going to put any powder over my eyes. If you did put concealer over your eyes, then also just bring your powder there. And now hopefully you can see up close that the skin just has like a soft finish to it all the way across. It's not super matte. It's not, doesn't look super powdery. Everything is set, but it still looks natural. Still looks like skin, okay? You feel like this is too much powder. You're like, I look too powdery. This is not what I like. This is not what I want. That's when you're gonna use something like MAC Fix Plus. Any sort of a spray that is not a like setting spray, film former type of setting spray, something like this, any sort of a facial spray to just melt that powder into the concealer and to your skin and make it look less makeup-y if it does look makeup-y. So you're just gonna, and then just kind of let that do its magic, sink it into the skin, and it's going to take away any powderiness that is on the face. And it's just going to melt everything in together. And if you did put like cream blush or cream bronzer on underneath this, it's gonna help kind of mix everything together. I did want to put a little bit of cream blush on, I forgot, so I'm just gonna do that now after I sprayed it so that powderiness is gone and I'm not disturbing anything. Just gonna take a little bit of cream blush and just kind of do a light application on the cheeks. I like these ones for no makeup makeup. This is the e.l.f. Putty Blush. I like these because they are a super soft flush of color. They are a cream to powder. They are very, very light. As you can see, like that, that's all. You just use a little bit, tap it all over the area. And then blush always goes on a little bit more intense than it's going to settle, because you are like tapping your face, so it's just making your face a little bit more red underneath the blush application. But when this goes down, it's going to be very, very subtle and you're barely going to be able to see it. And since this is cream to powder, it has a very soft finish, soft matte finish, and it is going to just look like skin. And then after doing this sort of a spray, we are going to use a setting spray, something like the e.l.f. Stay All Night, Urban Decay All Nighter, Milani Make It Last, those kinds of setting sprays that are going to elongate the wear time of your makeup. Because especially these, they melt everything together, but they can also potentially break things up. So after that, you want to go in with something that's going to keep it on and keep it together. And then after those sprays, if you feel like maybe like, ooh, you're a little bit too dewy, just take more of that powder on a powder brush and just powder over the areas that you feel that way. And then I already have naturally like really full brows. I don't want to do a bold brow, so I'm just going to leave my brows alone. If you have lighter brows or your brows aren't as full as mine naturally, that's when I would recommend going in with like a tinted brow gel. So it's just a really soft fill in of the brows. It doesn't look like you're like drawing in them, just a tint and fill in a little bit in the sparse areas where you need it, almost undetectable. I am going to curl my eyelashes. This is just the Shiseido lash curler, the best lash curler on the market in the world. I warm it up like with my fingers. There's lots of different ways people warm up their eyelash curlers. I do recommend warming it up a little bit before going in instead of just like curling it cold. I'm gonna curl my eyelashes. And I am not going to use mascara because I just want it to look as natural as possible. If you want to use a mascara, I would recommend going in with like a really basic mascara and not something that's going to give a lot of volume or a lot of length. So that way that it doesn't like give away our secret that we're wearing makeup. So there's the lashes. They're just curled. There's nothing on them. Very, very natural. And then I'm just going to go in with like a lip tint. This is the Clinique Black Honey. You can use anything like a lip gloss, tinted lip balm, just anything really light. So that way we have some color on the lips, but it's not like we're wearing a full lipstick. That is it. That is the entire no makeup look. As you can see, that blush like is not strong at all. I'll get you really close up so you can see the skin just looks like skin. It looks fresh, but it is powdered, it is set, it is going to last all day long. Nothing's gonna peek through. This is great for like an everyday no makeup. Like, am I wrong? Is this not like the best no makeup look? My gauge for no makeup is, will a man think I'm wearing makeup? No, a man would say this is the freshest face of a baby angel I've ever seen. There is no makeup anywhere within a mile radius. And this routine, I swear, will not take you more than 5 minutes. Like 5 minutes or your money back guaranteed. I absolutely swear. If you want to do a little bit of extra like bronzer, blush, a little bit more, maybe some light mascara, if you're putting in the work and the detail, it might take you almost 10 minutes, but like for just this, like the most basic and perfect no makeup, 5 minutes. Absolutely, 5 minutes, do it, out the door, run, you're good to go. It's gonna last all day and you're gonna look just like you just woke up perfect. So there you go. If you have been wanting to do the no makeup look, or you've just been like kind of struggling to get it right on you, I think that this is the perfect routine. Try this out and let me know what you think. I really think that this routine will work for everyone if you just use the techniques and tips that we did in this video. All right, thank you so much for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Bye. Makeup is, will a man think I'm wearing makeup? No.